So, first of all, I want to say, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm new to YouTube. Um, I'm actually going to start, what I believe that, God has called me, to do, which is my ministry. And I'm going to start by, doing that. I'm going to start my, my platform, on YouTube, so I can, reach people and save souls. You know, I was called, to, minister. Um, I was told that, when I was younger. And the crazy thing is because, it was a lot of things going on when I was younger. I say, probably about a teenager. And, I was watching my mom go through a lot of things. I'm sorry about the ripped shirt. I'm barbecuing, so I didn't want to, have on a good shirt. I was, with my mom, and I was watching her go through certain things, and, and one day we was going to church, and it was raining. But even though it was raining, she's like, yeah, we still gonna go. And then we get in the car, come to find out, the windshield wipers don't work. But she like, we still gonna go. And she actually had me driving. I had really no idea, how to drive. But I did it anyway. And this particular visit, when we get there, it was a guest speaker, a pastor. And, out the blue, he like, where's this young man at with these red shoes, that the Lord is putting on my heart to speak to. And when I look down, just to make sure, I'm like, dang, I believe I have on red shoes, and I do. So, I go up there, I'm nervous, I'm scared, I'm everything. And, he just get to talking to me, telling me, that I was going to do ministry and that I was going to work, with, the elderly people. And as me realizing, why my heart's so pure and, why I like, helping others and things like that. And, just for the beginning, a lot of things was just shaking up, a lot of, different things, started happening, and just chaotic. I had, I had met my child's mother. We ended up being together for probably like 5 years, having a daughter, and, it just seemed like, like, I guess everything was okay, I always talked about God, but I really didn't have a relationship with God like he wanted me to have, And in order to get that, he got to take you, he got to test you, he got to take you through certain things. And, that's the only way you can build a relationship with him, so that he can prove himself, that he's everything he said, that he's a way maker, he's a provider, he a protector. And me, myself, I'm living proof of that. And I'm not going to say, it's easy, because it's not. Following God is not easy. But a lot of times, it be lessons and things that the enemy does. But it all works together, for your good. I'm living proof of that. Just a lot of crazy stuff. And I was staying in Flint, Michigan at the time, rough. I never really been out, outside that state, or really, did, much, or, did things and like this. And, times go by, me and my child mother separate. And I say that's the time when I actually found God. Because so much stuff was just like out of hand. I found myself heartbroken for the first time. I found myself crying and emotions. And only thing I had was God. Lost a job at the time. The car I had just got, lost that. I'm staying in places that, I didn't want to be, but I'm moving from place to place. But every place I'm going, it's a place that it was like isolation, like in hideout, but it was the bottom, like the very bottom, like the places I was at. I'm like, dang, like why am I still here? Like I feel like, I was doing all this praying and stuff, and I'm like, God, like, why am I still here? This place that I'm at, You know, I say, it was more of a abandoned house, but it was my brother's house. And everything was just, it was crazy. Like, I couldn't believe my eyes that, I was really going through such things, and such things I was going through, I remember putting others through at the same time. So I learned a lot from it. I learned what I shouldn't do, you know. And I'm not really gonna, keep this video, too long. I just want to get on here and speak a little bit about my story, because we're gonna go deeper and deeper and deeper. And, hopefully you guys, kind of, will take my story and, examine your life, and you might be going through certain, similar situations. But I'm here to tell you that God, he had me. And I know it's hard to say, or hard to believe when someone's saying it. But trust me, he come through, so get back into a little bit of it, so, time is going by, years is going by, this and that. I was always hoping, planning, like, okay, I'm gonna go back home, be with them. So I was, telling myself things I shouldn't do, how I should act, how I should open up more, be more affectionate and things like this. So a while, time is going by, and I'm thinking it's happening. I'm like, okay. But, I realized, like, okay, well, I finally came out of isolation. Like, now I'm in the world now. Now I'm, back hanging, with my family and things like that. And one day, because I didn't have Facebook anymore, but one day I decided to make it probably like 12 o'clock at night. And I get this message from this girl that I knew since elementary. But when I first seen her in elementary, I always knew, it was something about it I knew, like she mine. But that was elementary. I'm 29 now. But, this was like 2 years ago, when this happened. But it was, it was just like a heart. It was just there. Like when I first seen her, I was really focused on going back home. But, God just like, no, like, respond to this. So I did. And when I did that, it changed my life. I never gave up and, this and that. But, I just accepted it. And, we started hanging out, because she stayed, in Georgia. I was in Flint. But at that particular time, she was going to school in Ohio, probably like an hour from me. So she was coming to visit. And one day, we was talking. I say about a few months down the line, we had, went to Miami together. My first time on a plane, I'm doing stuff I never did before. And, she was done with school, but she like, no, I'm going back to Georgia, this and that. And God like, no, go with her. And I've been here ever since. I'm doing things that I never did before. Like, I'm going to different countries and getting on planes. And, I had another daughter, by the way. Thank God for that. I'm still close. Got a great relationship with my firstborn. And, like the job I have, I'm making like good money, nice house, just everything different. But everything changed in a blink of an eye. I never knew I would even be here. I never knew that I was even leaving there. And even right now, the enemy after certain things, but I stand firm, knowing that God gave me this, gave us this. That's my God ordained spouse. And, she's going to be on this channel too. She's going to be talking, to y'all about certain things too. Just to tell her our side of the story. So, it was tough before I even got here, and it's still certain battles spiritually that I fight, but I know, God already gave me victory. I've seen the things he pulled me from. I was just like Job. And it's amazing how your story is similar to a story in the Bible. I was Job. I could say Joseph too. I was thrown in a pit. And like Job, I lost everything. But now I'm in a position that I never thought I'd ever be. But it just happened so fast. Like when God moved, he moved. But with certain things, you gotta, discern, okay, I'm gonna do this. Because I could have not responded back to the message. But then I wouldn't be where I'm at now. So you just gotta trust God. Like when he say, his ways is better than yours. Now, me wanting to go back home and things like that, I never turn back. Like, I'm glad God didn't give me what I wanted. I'm glad he did it his way. But guys, stay tuned. We gon' learn a lot. I'm gonna teach you guys a lot. And you guys gonna follow me, on this journey. We gonna go together, because you're not alone. I know how it is to cry and be upset and, this and that, be mad at God. Trust me, I was. Certain things I go through, I still be mad. It just, you gotta let God be God. Sometimes you just gotta let go and just let things be. And things will happen for you. Trust me. It might not be when you want it. Because sometimes, if it happened when you want it, you'll ruin it. Or you want to be able to handle it, because you not mature yet. Or you didn't grow in those areas that God needs you to grow in. So just trust God with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Because trust me, you can't figure it out. You trying to figure out what's next, this, and that. You'll never know. But you trying to figure out, and hoping for this and that. It's okay to hope, But once you hope for it, you pray about it, leave it alone. Because you trying to figure out everything, man, you a shipwreck. You'll drive yourself crazy. And, at the right time, God will reveal to you, what you need to know. And I'm living proof of that. I know God is great. God is awesome. And if that's you, like, subscribe, and stay tuned. I'm going to be uploading because I believe this is what God have called me to do. It's been plenty of times where I said I'm going to do this. I just didn't know where to start. This job I was just at, just like that, for no reason. I don't even know why, really. That God took me away from. And I feel he's calling me to rest, calling me to rest and, start this channel. And I'm going to do it, You guys support, share the video, give me some likes, comment, whatever. We're going to talk about it, and I'm going to do this. We're going to do it because I'm here for you. I'm here for the people that's, feeling lost, forsaken, or deceived, because, they think that following God and things like this is not what, the church teach you. This is spiritual. And the enemy will come in fast, like, oh, look at God. Why you got you here and there and that? It's not the case. You guys stay tuned. I'm going to upload, talk about, continue talking about my story, and we're going to go from there. God bless you guys. See you soon.